Hey everybody, I am making this little video. I'm going to send it out to everybody that I've worked with in the last 2 weeks at Genesis Health Club. Because as we have been working together, the same themes have been coming up from all of you over and over. And I thought you should be aware that you're in good company, that there are many, many more of us out there who are journeying in the exact same direction and at the same time and in the same place. So I want to give you 4 pieces that you've all basically said to me in your own way, and that bring us all together as a unit, as a group of mostly women working toward the same goals, together but separate. So without further ado, first it's strength. Every single one of you, in some way or another, said you want to get strong. You're looking for strength. Some of you guys are getting super turned on by the big weights, which is cool. Some of you are geeking out on form, breath. Also very cool. 2 sides of the same coin, right? So what do we do? What are we doing when we move towards strength? That's what I've been thinking about. And so I've tried to define that word just in my own head. So as I work with all of us, and as I move toward this goal with you, I will know how to embody this strength, right? It's not just moving weights around the body, it is embodying strength. What does that mean? It means moving in agreement with your goals to your point of integrity. Strength is moving in agreement with your goals to the point of your integrity. So this is just like in the gym, right? We're learning how to move from the core, press the whole foot down, engage, get more muscle involved, not less, right? That embodiment is the same thing we're talking about when we leave the fitness center, when we leave the club, when we're off the court. We are trying to move out there in agreement with our own integrity and in line with our goals, right? So we mentioned the second part of this is everybody talked to me about sweets, sugar, sugar, sweets, okay? So how do we move with integrity when it comes to that sticky, sticky, delicious subject, right? So many of you have said, I don't want to give anything up. I want to enjoy my food. I believe you, and I agree. I don't want to take away the joy of your food. I want it to be so thoroughly enjoyable that not just your mouth, upon eating it, enjoys it, but your whole body enjoys it. Your digestive system, your gut buddies, your microbiome, your level of integrity, all of your willpower, all of that, they all love it. There's no shame in your sweets game, right? We can make that happen. You don't have to give it up. So here are some ways that I do it, right? I've started by not subtracting anything, but adding, okay? Foods that line up with your goal are things that have a lot of protein in them. So a lot of you guys eat chicken, fish, eggs, nuts, avocados, right? We've got a lot of cool foods that we can eat that have a ton of protein in them. You get full on that kind of stuff, you won't have room for the other stuff. So one goal might be to aim to add protein to every single meal that you eat on purpose, a little more even, right? So you're not adding a bunch more, fried chicken, but grilled, boiled, air fried. Get yourself an air fried chicken, right? Those kinds of things, solid, right? Add more of those to your meals. It's going to bulk up your protein content. That is feeding your goal. Sugar is not feeding your goal, right? Sugar feeds other things, but sugar's not feeding the goal. Protein's feeding the goal. Moving in agreement with your goals to the point of your integrity, right? Another sort of tactic that we can use is to get more nutrient-dense sweets, right? So some examples of that would be, rather than reaching for a Hershey's bar, for example, which is mostly just high fructose corn syrup and some like solids, butter solids, get yourself something like a 72% dark chocolate bar and a bag of mixed nuts, right? Eat a little tiny dab of that chocolate, give yourself 2 or 3 mixed nuts in there, Chew, chew, chew. You're going to love it. It's going to be delicious. And it's going to fill you up much more quickly with much less sugar and way more protein and nutrients. So you're just not going to have the craving that you once did, right? An almond joy. I've been talking about those all week long. I personally don't eat many almond joys, but if you're at a grocery line and you're like, gotta have something, almond joy is a great choice, right? Because it has almonds. It has joy. No, it has coconut, right? Those are both high protein, fatty, delicious. So instead of getting your candy bar that doesn't have any of that in there, you get yourself something slightly more nutrient dense, right? So these are swap ups on the sweets. You don't have to give it up. The thing I've been eating all week has been sourdough blackberry cobbler, right? Super nutrient dense, but still sweet. And she doesn't add a whole lot. I ordered these from a woman in town in Berea, and they're delightful. They're delicious and not very sweet. The third kind of tip or trick that I'll give you is to find a sugar alternative that is also gut friendly. So I have three that I can recommend to you, and you can start looking for them in your ingredients, okay? The first is allulose, Allulose, allulose. It comes in powder. You can get it in a syrup, and you can add it to anything that you want to add it to. Like, let's even just pretend that you home make a nice vinaigrette for your dressing, but it's a little bit too tangy, a little too acidic. Put some allulose in there and give it a shake, and that will bring that right on down. Allulose it does not mess with your sugar, so it's non-glycemic, which just means that when you eat it, while it might taste sweet in your mouth, it's not going to change your blood sugar. And that's what causes us to get lightheaded. It's sugar crashes. That's what causes us to want to go out and eat more sugar so that we can amp back up again on that. So there are a multitude of things that happens when you eat that nutrient deficient sugar. You just want more. Your body's like, why am I not getting any nutrition? I'm eating. Give me more of that. Well, we can give it more, right? We can give it allulose, a prebiotic sugar substitute. So good for your gut buddies. A little bit sweet, gives you the hint of sweetness. A second one would be inulin, Inulin. And a third is stevia. Now, stevia has a bitter taste that not everybody likes. Totally up to you how you deal with that. But those are three that I sometimes will use when I'm making some sort of like tea or something that I want a little kick of sugary taste in, but they don't mess with my blood sugar and they won't mess with yours either. So super good for that. The third S after strength and sweets is systems. You guys love systems. You like sequences. You love circuits. Look at all those S's. My Southern Baptist daddy would be so proud that I am getting all of this alliteration going on here. I dig that you like sequences. These work toward the advantage, toward the goal. They are absolutely moving in agreement with your goals to the point of your own integrity, all right? So when you circuit things, and by that I mean you line up 3 or 4 exercises that you do back to back to back to back, and then you start all over. The reason that you do that is because while you're maybe like, let's pretend that you're doing some sort of overhead activity that gets your shoulders working. Well, as soon as you finish doing that, you pump up, you get all pump and sore, you can't do many more, and then we immediately switch to some squats. Well, while we're doing that, the arms can rest. The body is working. The fat burning zone, we're getting there, and then we're just sustaining it. Exercise 3, it's not shoulders, it's not legs, maybe it's core. Maybe we're doing some crunches, something like that. And then on the 4th one, we're doing something completely different. Maybe back, doing some pull, right? By the time we start the circuit over again, you're rested from all the activities, one at a time, right? So the circuits, the sequences, the systems, they're on purpose, they work, and they put us in that place where we want to be, multitasking, right? Where we're not just lifting weights, but we're lifting weights with a purpose, and it's to achieve that heart rate that we're after, right? I gave you guys all a target heart rate, and that's the place within about 20 beats per minute where you kind of want to be to accomplish 2 goals always at the same time, right? So whatever workout you're choosing to do at the gym, accomplishment number 1, check it off your list. And then that 30 minutes of fat burning that you should be getting 3 times a week, if you are really watching and mindfully paying attention to what kind of weights you're lifting, what kind of sequencing you're doing, the circuits that you're doing, You achieve both of those at the same time. You're in fat burning zone while you're lifting weights. Happens all the time. So happy to help you guys get there, right? And then once you learn how that feels in a kind of mindful, proprioceptive way, nobody can take that away from you, right? As my yoga teacher used to say, that is a potable practice. And by that, she meant you can take that with you anywhere, right? To your hotel room, to your bedroom, to your kitchen, onto your stairwell. You can go anywhere you want, get within 20 beats of your target heart rate, and just jam your workout right on out, whatever you love to do, right? So we're training on that level too. What does it feel like to be where I want to be? What does it feel like? What does it feel like to move in agreement with your goals, just to the point of your own integrity, inside and outside, as above, so below, right? Lots of different ways to say that. Fourth of the rubric here that we're working with, you guys want to get social. You said it in a lot of different ways. Some of you guys are competitive. Some of you are self-competitive. You like that tracking. You want to get better than your previous last week's self. Others of you like to compete, like on a low grade way with other people in the room. You're like, I'm getting, and so everybody's got their sort of way about that, but bringing that social piece into this is super cool, right? Okay, lots of ways to do that. Included in everybody's membership is group fitness, right? So that's starting on Monday, which is 2 days from now. And group fitness classes are excellent. We have yoga in the morning and then more cardio, strength, mobility, and agility stuff in the afternoon, yoga class on the weekends. You can sort of come and see what they're all about, but I want to talk to you also real quick about how you can make this even more specific to you, your small group of friends, you and your husband, your partner, your wife, whatever you want to do, right? However you want to arrange this. So we have options on in the sort of Genesis framework. Small group classes, the ones that we're having, perfect for anybody who wants to come to them. But let's say you get in one and you're like, my wrist really can't handle this class, but I still want to burn some calories while I'm here, wonder what could happen. Well, come talk to me. It's possible we could get a small group of 4 together and put that in one little price category, make it really affordable for everybody, and then customize it for that group of people. Or groups of 2 partner sessions. I have a couple of ladies who are doing partner sessions right now. They come, they do the workouts together. You can do them alone or you can do them paired up in a kind of way, and so it gets it really social in that regard. And then the third way that you can sort of customize this for yourself is to request videos from me, which would be like a 30 to 45 minute workout that I would give you a little written outline for, like maybe in an email, but the video would just be real quick and dirty. Here's what it looks like, go do it, push pause. Here's what it looks like, go do it, push pause. So I'm kind of piloting this with some of my training clients right now, and so far, so something. So we'll see. Stay tuned on that. But if you are interested in like supplementing, augmenting your sessions right now with some video guidance, we can sort of negotiate that, right? All of this is in the beginning stages. So I wanted to get that out to you guys. We are all on the same vibe this week. We're talking strength, we're talking sweets, systems, and getting social. So when you feel like there's something like there's no purpose to this, or that there's no reason to go and lift weights over and over and over again, on a certain kind of way, sometimes I agree with you. I'm like, I don't feel compelled to lift weights over and over and over again. But we are not just lifting weights. As we've been talking about all week, when you are doing squats, you are also picking up a child. Right? When you are lifting a heavy weight, you are picking up groceries. When you are lifting weights above your head, you are a 75-year-old woman fixing your hair with your curling iron, right? Because you've been practicing the lift. You've been getting it going. You've kept it going, right? We all want to be 10 years older than we are now with no fear of reaching into the back seat and pulling a heavy briefcase across the seat, right? That's where we want to be. And so focus is front of mind. To get to that 10-year from now person, we must today move in agreement with our goals, in line and to the point of our own integrity. All right? Keep that front of mind this week. Drink water. Swap up your sweets. Think nutrient dense. Don't subtract. Add protein. You guys are doing great. I can't wait to work with you this week. See ya.